You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live Next, featuring intimate and in-depth interviews with Black Hollywood's next edition of stars and influencers. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live Next.
Yes! What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Black Hollywood Live Next. You hear that music in the background? Yeah, you hear that, Drake? 10 bands, tip. And this song is one of the favorite songs of our guest today. We're going to tell you who that is in just a moment. But I am Meg Scoop, Megan Thomas. I'm Meg Scoop on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And who are you, lovely ladies?
And I'm Courtney Tezeno. You guys can keep in touch at Teznos on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat.
Make sure you hashtag BHL Next with all of your questions and comments because we'd love to read them and shout you out. Yes. And make sure you go to podcast1.com. Take the survey. It's like 3 minutes long, and it helps us do better on our show. We read and listen to everything that you say. So make sure you use your opinions. Go to podcast1.com. Let us know what you think of the show. It helps us get better. It's easy.
Give us the feedback.
Yes. All right, today's guest is so cute, so handsome. He's funny. You've seen him on ABC's Blackish. Yes, he can dance like no other. Give it up for Miles Brown.
Hello. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at you, Miles. You're so handsome. I love this hat.
Thank you.
Can I rock this hat?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. It won't fit on my head.
Well, I'm gonna have hat hair when I take this off. I'm gonna have it's gonna be like molded and everything and all that stuff. Like I just went to bed.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, we're gonna talk about a couple things today. Let's talk about Survivor's Remorse is coming back to Starz season 2. We're so excited about that. It's gonna be August 22nd at 9:30. But let's go ahead and run a quick clip of the show.
Yeah, let's see a sneak peek.
Over here. Okay.
Our year, pal.
My sister loves you. Will you tell her to stop doing heroin?
What's not in store for season 2? Family, take it in. These are the good days that we dreamt about. Cam's picked up that man of the house.
I like the cast, of course.
Bit. He's a little bossier.
I got 2 words for you. Contractual obligation.
Right. So this is some of the stuff that's going to be happening on season 2 of Survivor's Remorse. Mike Epps is in it. Tashina Arnold, Erica Ash, who's been a guest on this show before.
Yes.
Rodrigo Lee, if you remember him from back then. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a good-looking man.
Yes. So it's coming back, 10 episodes for this next season, August 22nd at 9:30. So be sure you guys check that out.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some big things happening. Some new trends. Miles, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but it's all over the place. It's like this new toy that a lot of celebs are into called the Phunkeeduck.
No,
Okay,
I've never heard of it.
Funky? It sounds like a dance.
I know.
Phunkeeduck.
It's
The Phunkeeduck.
Let's play a clip. I think this one is Jamie Foxx. Let's see
Jamie Foxx.
what the Phunkeeduck is.
That sounds cool.
This
See?
is a Phunkeeduck.
Oh.
It's a Phunkeeduck. So if you want to try
Phunkeeduck?
this, the cold part about it, I can't get off.
Yeah,
I just float out. I'm like,
I love Jamie.
Yeah.
So this toy, like everybody's doing it. We saw Justin Bieber doing it with his little brother.
Yeah.
We saw Kendall and everybody. So it's like the new craze, but it's $1,500.
Oh wow! Like I seen, I know what that thing is. They have different like brands of the same toy and stuff. I just never heard of that exactly brand. But I seen the exact same toy, and I've always wanted to have and I seen different videos of different celebrities having them. I'm like, oh, that thing looks so cool. I want to try that thing like right now. My dad was like, just be patient. Let me order one first, and then you can play with one. But that thing like really cool. Some of my friends have one because they do different videos like dancing on it, doing the
We
robot.
saw Chris Brown dancing on it. He's so good.
And I saw my friend earlier. I'm like, how do you control that thing? He's like, you just have to like lean this way and lean that way until your toes this way, until your toes that way. And
Do you
go
think
like
you
this.
could do some dance moves on that with all that?
I want to, maybe.
Okay, you
I could be like
That's on the wish list.
That's on the wish list. All right, let's talk about school. School's out for the summer, but we know that school's coming back in the fall.
Yes.
And there's a entrance exam to get into college in China. And if you don't pass the exam, you don't get into any college in China. So it's like the hard exam.
Oh, wow.
Very, very tough exam, right?
Wow.
So kids in China are they're, they try to do different ways to cheat because this exam is so tough. And guess what the officials decided to do?
What?
They decided to have drones in the classroom flying over the kids.
Oh, man.
Yes. Drones in the classroom flying over the kids to make sure they're not going to cheat.
Well, you know what? That'll keep them honest. That'll keep that integrity high. I like
Yeah.
that.
Right. What if there's, I know
Luckily, I don't live in China. I
right. What if they did that to your school? What would you do?
I would want to go to another school. I don't know. Oh, wow. But that's just crazy how you have to pass one exam.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Right.
How do you have
pressure.
drones over? Yeah, that's kind of. It's hard because it's weird because they're looking over you to see if you're not cheating on the test. But also they're actually like scary.
Yeah.
Like they look like you're trying to like attack you, sent by like minions who want to like destroy your whole country.
And these drones can detect radio signals. So I guess some of the Chinese kids have gotten pretty
Their
high tech
text.
with their cheating. So it detects any radio signals that they might be submitting to each other, and it also has a camera.
I don't even know that stuff.
Wow, so you got to
Right.
get rid of the pen and paper and the phone. That
Right.
is crazy, but I get it. I wish it wasn't so much pressure on them though. I don't
Yeah.
think just one
Yeah.
exam should. No, that's too much.
Well, hopefully they don't cheat anymore. All right. Let's talk about you, Miles.
Yes.
Get into some of your stuff.
All right.
Definitely. Okay, but before we get into everything going on with you and how you got your start, let's talk about this vacation that you went on.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Where'd you go?
Okay, so I went on a cruise with my family, and we went to, first we stopped at Catalina Island, which is really cool. We got to do parasailing, which I had never done before, and that was like awesome. And we were on a boat, and they put us 800 feet high. And then when we were coming back down, I got to dip my feet in the ocean.
Wow.
And then come back onto the boat, and that was really cool. And then we stopped, and then our final destination was Ensenada, Mexico, which is really cool. We got to do a tour of a blowhole, which it's this big giant mountain type of rock, and it has like a little hole in the middle of it. And it doesn't. There's water just flowing right under it, and then it just splashes and it just goes everywhere. It's crazy.
Oh,
Wow.
It's
Can you
really
swim,
cool.
Miles?
No. But it wasn't getting on anybody though.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like an amazing trip. I really want to go to Catalina Island. That sounds so much fun.
But also it was really fun because we got to do so much things on the cruise as well. Like we had this own little game show, and everyone got to come on, and it was really fun because everyone had their own little seat, each family. And then the host was just walking by, just grabbing random people, and he did this thing called categories, and he just picked up different categories every time he went by someone. And this, say he pulled up a category that, stores that start with the T, and then he would just walk by to anyone, and he's like, "What's your name?" And they try
Putting
to
people
guess.
on the spot.
Yeah.
Did you get picked?
Yeah, I got picked, and the category was things that are cold with an S, and I tried to figure it out so hard, so I just looked at my mom, and she mouthed snow. I'm like, snow! I'm like, yay! And then I got to play Connect 4 basketball, which was really cool.
Oh, I've never heard of that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's they have little volleyballs that are blue and red, and you just shoot them into the little spots, and then whoever gets 4 in a row, which is pretty cool. We have different teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a blast.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Hard working.
Right. So let's go ahead and get into your start. You're born and raised in California, which is
Yes.
that you're so fortunate because so many people come here to pursue acting. Did you always know you wanted to be an actor?
Okay, so I was dancing before acting, and then I was doing it was kind of an acting job, but it had something to do with dancing. So when I was doing the dancing, I was acting as well, and then I was 5 or 6 or something like that, and then I didn't realize technically I was acting. And so I just did more things that led to dancing, and acting led to dancing, and dancing led to acting. And then I got here, and then which was really cool, and I just I just really love acting, and then which is really cool is Blackish. They still let me dance on the show, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like you're just a natural.
Thank you.
You actually started. Well, we heard that you started at 3 with the
Well,
dancing.
oh, yeah.
With dancing.
yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 10.
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna
goodness.
turn 11 in December this
See,
year.
that's a lifetime.
I
You've been
know.
dancing for a lifetime.
Oh my
7
goodness.
whole years. That's a lot. That's a long time, actually.
Oh my goodness. So, how did you get your start as a performer, as a dancer?
Oh, okay. So, well, first, my dad, he likes to travel all over different places, and he grabs different video clips from France and Germany, and he brings it back home, and I get to watch them. They're dance battle videos from all across the world, and they just do different styles of dancing, which I actually do now. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then Michael Jackson started doing the same thing. I'm like, that is awesome. I want to do that.
Right.
And then there's also a show called Soul Train. And
Miles, we know what Soul Train
know.
is.
and actually my dad was on it once. He was dancing and stuff.
Okay.
And there's a group called the Electric Boogaloos which do the style I do now, and they're dancing. They have different elements of dancing, of popping and locking, and that's how I got started. I just wanted to do it, and I just had fun with it, and it was really cool.
That's awesome, and I love watching you on Blackish,
Yeah,
especially
thank
the
you.
season finale.
Yeah.
You did so
Yes,
great.
you did
Thank
so
you.
good. And are you formally trained, or you just looked at this stuff and you picked it up?
Well, what was really cool for the finale was that I got to do some styles that I've never done before, like tapping.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to take a tapping class. That had nothing to do with Blackish, just take a tapping class. But finally I got to take a tapping class, and we only had about like 1 or 1.5 hours to learn what I was gonna do, and it was like so slippery, and I felt like I was like on a skating rink or something, but it was really cool, and actually it's when I see people tapping, I'm like, how do they
doing it?
But actually it's actually kind of cool, and then once you get the steps, it kind of gets more simple. But and then when I did it, everyone before they saw me do it, they're all like, do you need like extra time to practice it, or do you want to change the dancing, or and then I showed them, they're all like,
How long have you been doing
I
this?
know.
Yeah.
I'm like, an hour. Yeah.
Wow.
Good job.
And then how many takes did it take you?
Well, actually, what was weird was Anthony had a stunt double because he was doing the head spins and everything. But when I was doing the tapping, I slipped like almost every time because the floor was like super slippery, and which took about 5 to
That's not bad for
not
somebody
bad.
that learned
Just
it.
learned it,
Yeah.
That's really good.
Like because I had to do like this tapping part, but I was standing while I was doing it. That was easy, and then I had to spin around Anthony, and then I had to twirl back, and that's the part I kept slipping on.
Okay.
So we kept doing that, and then I got it, and actually the stunt double actually knew personally.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, hey. Is that so? It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, a lot of people are not as fortunate as you to start as a child.
Right.
My
Thank
goodness,
you.
you've done so much. Like, we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, have you thought about that at all yet?
At the ripe old age of 15. What are you going to be doing?
Actually 16 because I'm
my
yeah.
bad.
Well, right now 15, but actually I want to keep acting and dancing, but what I really like 11 times more really I want to do is be a basketball player. I could just see myself my 5,000th time to the All-Star game, and just I want to be a point guard, number 3 or 23. I don't know.
Who's
Those
your
are
favorite team?
My favorite team, well, right now they just lost, is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, good
Kind of. And what's weird was the crew on the cruise. We got to watch the last game where Golden State beat them on like this huge thing, and all like everyone there was wearing all Golden State jerseys, and I had a Cleveland jersey. And I'm like, I shouldn't have wore this. Yeah, but people like say like I only like LeBron or I only like the Cleveland Cavaliers, but actually I like different teams. Like I like the Golden State Warriors. I like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson. But it turns out to be my favorite basketball player is LeBron. I still like different players like Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, different. Yeah, but
you pretty much like talent. You like someone who's talented. No bias.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right,
No.
exactly.
Yeah, so.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever thought about what college you might want to go to, considering that you really like the Cavaliers?
Well, I want to play in the Cavaliers, but if I do, I'm not going to be able to wear my favorite number because I have a feeling that LeBron James's number is going to be retired, and I can't wear it. So I'll probably go to a different team, maybe the Lakers or like the Clippers, maybe. But I also want to go to UCLA. I want to go there.
Okay.
And my second choice is either Duke.
Look at you.
All right. You got the good schools.
Or, yeah.
What about the University of Kentucky?
Megan.
Kentucky, yep.
Yeah, that's my school. Yeah, go ahead. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you on that team. Don't you worry
Okay.
about that.
All right, thank
Don't
you.
you worry about that.
Oh.
So you're an actor, you're a rapper, you're a dancer. If you had to pick one of these three, and you can only pick one, which one would you pick to do?
If I could only pick one, I would pick 0 because then I would have, because I actually want to pick all 3 because they're all really cool. Like, and what's really cool is that sometimes I get to do all at one time.
Right.
And it's kind of like sometimes I don't really notice it, but I'm actually doing it. But that's really cool. But if I had the chance to only pick one, I would pick 0 because I only want to pick all 3. So yeah.
Well, you keep on doing it. Triple threat.
Thank you.
Right, absolutely. And then you worked with Justin Bieber on his song Believe, right? What
Yes.
did you do with him?
I did. I worked on his movie directed by John Chu. His movie Believe.
Okay.
And I was like, my character was like about like it was. I'm going to a sleepover party with a friend of mine, but he's kind of a bully. And then we have our own like little tents inside his house and everything. And I go inside my tent to pull over my sheets and just go to bed, and then I just find this key. And every time I touch it, it's kind of weird because I just thought of that. It's kind of like Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And when I touched the key, I appeared to be in Miami at his Believe concert, Justin Bieber, and then I got to be like in the crowd, and really cool. I got to meet him.
Wow.
And I was just going like this, and I was still in my pajamas, which was really cool. I had like a one-piece pajama on, and then I came back and there was like confetti and stuff all over me, and it was really cool. And then turns out I kept being nice to the kid, and he turns out to be nice to me. So yeah, that's really
good.
cool.
And then so you're a rapper too, right? Or have you rapped?
Yeah, I have. Yes,
Was it
I'm
for
not
a
exactly
role?
a rapper, but I can rap though.
Okay.
No, it wasn't for a role. It's actually because my dad, he's a rapper, and sometimes he helps me do different things, and I really like it, and I love different rappers, like Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Favorites. Okay.
Yeah, so, and I think it's really cool too. I'm not like a freestyler like my dad. I can't do that, no. Unless there's no tempo to it. Unless I just just sit there for like 5 minutes just thinking of the next word.
Miles, you gotta get your bars up. Come on.
But sometimes my dad does help me writing different raps and stuff like that, so yeah.
Aw, that's
good.
good. You can rap and dance at the same time.
Oh yeah,
I like it. So, you were on an episode of Showtime's Shameless, right?
Yep.
And you
Yes.
played, is it Ashish? Ashish?
Yeah, Ashish.
Ashish. How was it working on that show?
It was really cool because the girl who was working with me, which was really cool, she got to take me on like the whole tour of the set, which is really cool. And I got to dip my head in a bucket of just water. And I got to, and that was really cool. And we just got to do different things, and I actually like the name Ashish. I don't know why, but
That's
that
a
was
pretty
really
unique
cool.
name.
Yeah, but it was really cool because was that I don't know if that was my first like TV appearance besides like a talk show, like an actual like I don't know how to say it, but like
actual TV show that you did?
Yeah.
Versus like a talk show? Okay, yeah.
And that was really cool. It was a really cool experience, and that just led to different shows like Raising Hope and Blackish. So
Yeah, absolutely. So what was the audition experience like for Blackish?
The audition experience, that was really cool because I got to do the first audition, the callback, and then what was really awkward was that Kevin Hart was having a show, and he wanted me to have a test, which Blackish also wanted me to have, but was even more weirder was that they wanted to have it the same day. So they just decided to give my parents both scripts to see which one they like more. And they thought Blackish was more of a family-friendly type show, and they went with Blackish, and luckily it got picked up, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you have a twin on the show. Do you have any siblings in real life?
Yes, I do. I have a 20-year-old sister
Oh, whoa.
named Kiana. Yeah.
Hi, Kiana. Shout out to your sister.
Hey, Kiana. I call her Kiana. I don't know why. And yeah, which is really cool is that I get to have more siblings, which is pretty cool. And because I also want a baby brother in real life, I want a little baby brother.
Are you still putting in that request?
Yes.
My mom's shaking his head over there like,
My mom's all like, nope. And but it's kind of cool because I've never had 3 more siblings, which is really cool. I only have 1 in real life, so just getting to have Marseille, Yara, and Marcus has siblings. And we actually all really act like siblings, which is really cool.
Yeah, you guys look alike, too.
Yeah.
You guys
Really
could be
good
related
casting.
for real.
Yeah, we've been to Disney World and stuff, but what the weird part is, people come up to me in Marseille, are you really twins in real life? And I bet we've got asked that like 20, 100 million times.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're like, no, but we act like it and we look like it, but no. But that we get that a lot, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
What have you learned from being on this show?
What I've learned, I've learned a lot of things, but like, oh my gosh. One thing is that like Anthony, Tracy, and Lawrence give me like tons of advice. I think Tracy and Lawrence give me the most, but Anthony still does give us advice. And what they all 3 do tell me is that when I'm not on camera, that it's okay for me to mess up because they're not focusing on me. So like say I mess up like then it doesn't matter because they're focusing on the other person, which is I learned that I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I've learned that well, joking wise, I have learned that I am a really good scarer.
Like you're a prankster.
Yeah, me and Marseille, we always come like behind people's backs and just like
Oh, gosh.
and we get the most out of people's screams. Like, I'm serious. One time, Yara, she was sleeping, and I thought she was just closing her eyes just for a second. And I came up, and I did the scariest, like, yell I could ever do, like, straight in her ear. And she like, and she almost like slapped me in the face on accident. I'm like, wait, no, I didn't mean to do it. And she's like, I was sleeping. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
But that's really cool.
You learned a lot of stuff.
I know.
And I know you're super busy, so you guys have a tutor on set, correct?
Yeah.
So do you ever miss going to regular school?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it kind of depends on why. Because like, because my real teacher, she emails the work to my tutor on set that my real school is doing, and then I do that same work, and when I'm off, I go back to my regular school and show her the work that I've done, so I won't be behind. And but sometimes I miss it because like all my friends are gone. Or like, well, I'm not saying I don't have any friends in Blackish, but like,
No, it's different. Yeah, your friends.
Work and school are different.
yeah. But like, also they have like a little basketball court, which I'm hoping they can have for season 2. Like, right by like the school trailer, there's like a basketball hoop, which me and Anthony could just like, I could just school Anthony like every day, like just show him my moves.
Right.
Like lay it up, you know. That when I do that, I mean like the finger roll.
I know.
Yeah.
I got it.
This guy one time, I went like this. He was like, "What are you doing, man?" I'm like, I don't know, just going like doing the friendly finger roll, you know.
It's a nice little layup. I got it.
Yeah. So that's and sometimes I miss it, but when I miss it, it's for a different reason. So
Right. And then what upcoming projects do you have?
Well, I recently did about a few months ago. I did a short film called Two Bellmen. I'm also recently working on an animated series with Ashley Marseille on Disney Junior called Goldie and Bear. And I also went to Disney World with the kids, and we had an awesome time. And then last, I also actually got to go to the White House and meet President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama, and that was really cool. And me and Marseille got to participate in the Easter egg roll, which is really cool.
Wait, did you guys get any Easter eggs?
They did have like the Easter egg hunt, and I think the best part was that we actually got to play in Barack Obama's like own little basketball court, which is really cool. They let different kids like come shoot, just come shoot, and they actually brought the Washington Wizards, which is one of my favorite basketball teams. Like Bradley Beal was there. I can't believe Bradley Beal was there, but I couldn't get to meet him because I was doing a story time with Marseille. We were reading The Giving Tree, which is really cool. And what I'm going to do, I haven't done it yet, is I'm going to be participating in the BET Awards. And also supporting Anthony and Tracy.
Hosting this year, yes.
And then last is I'm going to be doing a film, and it's based on a famous jazz musician, Wayne Shorter, and he's worked with Miles Davis and Herbie Hancock and others. So yeah, that's gonna be really
Look
cool.
at you.
You're so busy. Look, and he just rolled them off his tongue like this. He knows what he's got going on, honey. That's what I'm talking about. And then, so what are some of your hobbies? I know you dance, and I know you like basketball. What else do you like to do?
I also like to play video games a lot.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is Destiny.
Okay.
NBA 2K15. I want to play it. I have the thing. I just haven't even opened up the wrapper yet. I just seen the back of the whole game, just looking at it, waiting for my dad to like just watch me play it for a bit. Which is Mortal Kombat X.
Oh yeah. Wow. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And which is cool. What I also kind of do is like, I get to like talk to my friends like from school when it's over, like because we have like our own like
virtual chat.
Yeah.
You have your own crew? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah.
Like on like Xbox crew? Like you guys like can talk to each other like that?
No, not like the headset stuff.
Okay.
Just like I can text him by my controller and stuff. Like, how you doing? And so that's kind of cool. That's what I kind of do sometimes.
So then, before we get out of here, what's some of the things that you want your fans to know?
Yes.
Like that they don't know about me or what? Okay. What you don't know about me.
Your fans know a lot about you. They know a lot.
What you don't? Oh, my favorite food or my favorite color, maybe. My favorite food is chocolate chip pancakes.
Wow. Okay.
So anybody that can make those, you will forever be Miles'
My
friend.
favorite place is called Jackson Joe. It's by USC, which a lot of USC like football players and students go over there. that's kind of cool. But if I'm like in UCLA, I just put my hoodie down, you know. Can I have some chocolate chip pancakes?
Oh my goodness. Gotta be incognito.
Right. My favorite color is maroon and lime green.
Together or just separately?
Just separately.
Okay.
My favorite color is maroon because of the Cavaliers.
I thought so.
And my favorite color is lime green is because, I don't know, I just like the color.
Yeah, it's nice and bright.
And let's see.
What's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal is Lucky Charms.
Oh yes, Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Megan.
Sorry, that's my favorite too. What about? Okay, so let's play a little game here. I'm gonna say two things and then you pick which one you like. Okay.
Okay.
Grape jelly or strawberry?
Grape jelly
or strawberry jelly? Which one?
Strawberry jelly.
Okay. Crunchy peanut butter, smooth peanut butter.
Smooth peanut butter.
I like that.
Almond milk or regular cow's milk?
Regular cow's milk.
Let's see. Butter pecan ice cream or Rocky Road?
Rocky Road.
No, we really need to ask Bluebell or Haagen-Dazs. I miss Bluebell.
Haagen-Dazs.
Sorry, you got your
I'm sorry. Southern girl.
And let's see. Red Kool-Aid, purple Kool-Aid.
Red Kool-Aid.
There are actual flavors, you guys.
I know.
It's
No
okay.
one knows those flavors. We know them by color. Okay. All right. Let's see. LeBron James.
Or Kobe Bryant.
LeBron James.
Or Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
LeBron James. I'm sorry, all you Michael fans, including my dad right next to me.
LeBron James all the way, huh?
LeBron James right now is my favorite player, but I do have to say that, like, overall, I think the best, like, player who ever lived is Michael Jordan. But, like, if they played, like, one-on-one right now, I bet Michael Jordan, like, would lose to LeBron right now. But I'm saying
old.
Well, yeah. He'd be like, I need McCain.
Oh, man,
I don't know.
Wait, last one. I'm pretty sure I know this one, but Michael Jackson or Elvis?
Michael Jackson.
Obviously.
Michael Jackson or Chris Brown?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Let's see. You got me. I think you did good. You did good.
I think even Chris Brown looks up to Michael Jackson more than himself.
Nobody else. Tracy Ellis Ross or Anthony Anderson?
Ooh.
Choose wisely.
I don't know.
Okay, we won't make you answer that.
I don't want to answer that one.
All right, where can we find you on social media?
Twitter and Instagram is both Mr. Baby Boogaloo, which is MrBabyBoogalloo, and Facebook is Miles Brown.
Yeah.
And where can we find you, Courtney?
You guys can keep in touch with me at Tezeno on Twitter and Instagram, and now Snapchat.
And you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream. And make sure you Podcast One, sorry. Go to podcastone.com. Make sure you take the survey about our show. We love to hear what you think. It takes 3 minutes. It's so quick. And always use the hashtag BHL Next, because we'll look at all of your questions, your comments, your concerns. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.